Good morning, everyone. Back at it, the art of ramp. Swamp Trog here. Going to talk to you guys today about doing your first kind of turnarounds on your skateboard while moving. So what we always start kids doing is rolling fakie and doing a 180. So it's called a half cab, all right? And all we're going to be doing to get started is sort of pushing off the wall. We're going to be in our normal riding stance that we've been talking about. We're going to bend our knees, we're going to look back at the direction we want to turn, and we're going to wind up our shoulders, and we're going to swing our arms, and then hopefully our head shoulders will get the momentum going for our hips and our knees and our legs and our toes to follow, and of course the board. You can see I don't got my knee pads on today, but I do have my helmet, because when you're learning how to turn around, sometimes you can loop out, especially if you maybe forget one of the steps in this process, and that could cause you to fall and hit your head. So anytime you're learning a new trick out there, kids, wear your helmet out there. You get one brain and one brain only. There is no brain transplants going on, nothing like that as far as I know. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start back over here against the wall, and as you can see, we're in the vert ramp at third layer. And get it while you can, because I'm going to be tearing this thing down pretty soon in the spring and building a whole little mini street section in here. Just a little tip right there, or a little leak into the future. So front foot's in place. We got Danny Mabee out here filming today. And actually we're going to probably modify our stance a little bit, because the closer your feet are together, sometimes it makes it easier, especially if you're a young kid and you're only about this tall. If your feet are a little closer together, it might make it a little easier for you to spin around. So, similar to our normal riding stance, we're actually just going to push our stance back a little bit. So I want to see my front 4 screws. I'm going to step on the board and put my foot on the tail. Now when we're doing this turnaround, it's important to remember, visualize or think about this turn as if you were a clock, all right? And your back foot's the center of the clock, and your front foot's sort of the arm that turns around. All right, it's called a pivot, and we're gonna pivot off our back big toe. All right, so right here is where I'm gonna push into that, just like that, when I want to do this turnaround. Okay, so at first I'm gonna push against the wall. I'm gonna just sort of start getting low on my board, getting ready for this. You can do a little tic-tac, which we talked about. You need a little bit more speed. We're going to push around. Now, the first step is looking back in the direction you want to go. Now, you guys, I know that I have one red shoe and one green shoe. I don't need to look at my feet to do this, all right? So first things first, look back. Knees are bent. Always keep them low. Anytime you learn new tricks, stay low. The second part is winding up. So we've talked about the head, we've talked about the shoulder, what we're doing, okay? Now we're gonna turn with our chest. The turn is gonna be with our chest facing, our chest will be leading the way. So bending the knees, winding up, and then I'm gonna start unwinding. So now I'm pointing where I wanna go, all right? That's the third step, pointing where you wanna go. So you got the look, you got the wind up, you got the point, and then the next step, step 4, is unloading that weight. That's like, I'm gonna just bend my knees and come to a standing position. That's when I start pressing on my toe, all right? So that's step 4. Step 5 is gonna be actually the follow through of the lower legs, all right? So I'm in place. Again, take a deep breath in so you're nice and loose. Bend down, wind up, point, and then just try to press and swing your hips all the way around. All right, that's what it looks like. That's a half cab 180. Another tip, the last tip, is once you actually spin all the way around, bend your knees and don't move, all right? Be calm. So here we go again. And I realize we haven't gone over pushing yet, but that will be tomorrow. Bend your knees, wind up, unload, and then get low and recover. All right, that's the half cab 180 in a nutshell. It's pretty easy. Once you've mastered it going slow on a flat surface, bring it to your ramps. We learned about ramp riding and going down banks yesterday, so take it to banks mellow banks. You can do half cab to fakie on a bank, which is pretty fun. And then after that, you're going to be popping ollies and doing a half cab 180 ollie. So that's it for now. Subscribe below. Tell the friends that are learning to skate out there, and keep sharing the art of Ram out there. Until next time, see you later, buddy.